everybody. We had another episode of The Architects. Today we got Chia Lee on the line today. We're going to do this interview with him.
Peace,
got
y'all.
Rello over here going to start it off.
Yeah, what's up with it, Chi?
Peace, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Hey, not too bad, man.
Good we going to get, man.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead with him.
So I guess we're going to start off, man. We're going to talk about the book, about another kind of freedom. So how did you come up with the title for your book?
Well, basically, I wrote the book when I was incarcerated. For those that don't know, I was sentenced to 14 years in New York State prison for a manslaughter charge. So I guess more or less throughout the whole bid, different people from Wahida Clark and different authors to different friends of mine, everybody used to tell me, yo, why you don't write a book? Why you don't write a book? But I never really was on no book shit. I was reading a bunch of hood novels, but I didn't, I guess I was like, I'll get around to it, but it wasn't something, I guess, a priority on my things to do list. And then I guess when I got closer to coming home, I guess sometime in either 2011 or 2012, I think I had spoke to Drez and he had put me in contact with Terry Woods. And me and her had just kicked it and she was just telling me, she was like, yo, brother, write your story. Like, write your story. And I don't know, when she told me, like that night, I just sat down and started writing it for like the next 3 or 4 months. Like, I just wrote. I just went back and just wrote everything I could remember. And I guess I finished it when I had about maybe a month or two before I was released. And it was just, I guess it was a lot to do with me being locked up and I was soon to be free. Just a lot to do with the space I was in at the time. I guess more or less taking responsibility and was just ready to start a new chapter of my life and be free again. So, and it was just not a different freedom, but it was freedom as a grown up. It was like, I felt like, before I got locked up, I was a old boy, more or less running around. And, I knew a lot of things, but I didn't necessarily know how to apply them, how to make them make sense in my life. And I feel like around the time of my release, I was around 35 or 36, I was a little older, a little more mature. I had slowed down a little bit. And I just felt like I, just had a better grasp on how to put things together, whether with anything I was doing, just how to make it make more sense. And I guess that's more or less how I came up with the title and more or less how the book came about.
That's what's up right there. So like, where can people buy the book at?
ChialiBX.com or Amazon, either one. Okay. My website, I think I probably get a little more bread, but either one. Amazon.com or ChialiBX.com. But check it out. It's a great read. I think it's an easy, good read, and I think no matter what walk of life you came from, you'll find chapters or areas of the book that you'll be able to identify with and relate to.
Yeah, y'all definitely go to his site to get that book. What would you say was the hardest part about writing the book?
But yeah, I was concerned with making sure the book was long enough. I was concerned with just making it be a good read. I didn't want it to be like a rapper writing a book. I wanted to be someone, if they didn't know I rap, to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I guess that's what I was pretty much concerned with. And I mean, as far as information, I just went back as far as I could remember and told, stories and scenarios to the best of my ability from my view. Now, some may disagree because, they say it's 3 sides to things. But, right. Me and you could witness the same thing and see it very differently.
Yep, right.
So I just told it from my view, so if anyone's offended or felt any certain sort of way, it's just my perspective. It's not that it's fact. I mean, everything is factual, but it's from my point of view, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Straight up. So I know you started rapping at 12. What was it like growing up in the Bronx during a time with some of the hip hop's most influential pioneers?
I mean, for me, it was like a dream come true, especially like when you think back. Because at the time, hip hop was really blossoming. So it was like the artists that was out were more relevant, I feel, because it wasn't as many. You didn't have the website, you didn't have social media. So if you knew a rapper, they were more or less signed. probably. You know what I mean? If you heard them or seen the video, they were signed to a label, and they broke through more or less. So I think it was dope just being able to, from like being 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, growing up, coming home from school, doing my homework, watching whether it was Video Music Box or Rap City or Yo MTV Raps or whatever it was. Like, I used to recall watching Video Soul with Donnie Simpson and, waiting for the 2 or 3 rap videos. It would be like an MC Light. You would hope it wasn't a goofy video because, we didn't have a lot of rap videos until Rap City came on next. So it was like going through that. And then at around 11, 12, when I started meeting Latifah and Special Ed and the Jungle Brothers, it was almost surreal. It was almost surreal just that I really knew them. Like, I could call them, and it was for a kid my age, it was unbelievable. And they accepted me. I don't know how they probably accepted me as Little Chi, but they accepted me.
Right.
And that was dope.
That's hard right there. That's too hard. So I guess who would I say that you was influenced by then?
Definitely the Jungle Brothers back then. The whole Native, definitely, because that was the clique I was around. Okay. But the Jungle Brothers were huge influences on me. KRS-One and BDP, Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. But being from the Bronx, KRS-One definitely had a big influence on me. Growing up like early, Showbiz and AG and Nice and Smooth, they was like kind of like family, like kind of raising me in this shit. So those were some of my main influences right there. The Native, Show and AG, the whole DITC crew, really, Joe too. And also like Buster. They was all around a lot, and I was so young. Everyone kind of took to me and just helped with the maturation of Chi Ali.
Right. Hell yeah.
So when you got back home, like, what type of challenges did you face after coming back home from prison?
I mean, coming back home, I didn't really know what it was going to be. I feel like my main focus was to not have any chips on my shoulders, like the feeling like anybody owed me anything. I think one of the main challenges was, just getting into the whole social media and the new phones. You got to remember, like, Two Ways was out when I was home, so it wasn't phones and cameras and all of that. So just getting used to all of that, just getting into the flow of things and really trying to figure out how I'm gonna make money, like how I'm gonna make income. Like, I got a family, my wife and kids was there. My wife basically was like, I got you, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm a man and I want to be a man. And I got you only goes but so long, after a few months, the good dick go but so far. It's like, all right, the first is the first, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And I never wanted to put her in that position or put myself in that position. So I really wanted to figure it out. I was blessed when I came home. My older brother, Ray, he like gave me a chunk of money. So I kind of was able to like kind of just sit back and figure things out. And then, I went with the passing of Chris Lighty, rest in peace. I bumped into Joe and things kind of just took formation from there and just started slowly formulating. And here I am now.
Right.
And I want to say big rest in peace to Chris Lighty and anybody that's, I don't know this is live, so I don't know who's in the New York City area, but I know this Tuesday we're doing a tribute for Chris Lighty at the Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx, New York City. I believe doors open at like 7 or 8. I'm not sure, maybe 6, 7, 8, that range. But Hip Hop Museum, Bronx, New York, tribute for Chris Lighty. I'll be there. Black Sheep will be there. Mona, Fat Joe, probably most of the Violator family, most of the Native family. So if y'all free in the tri-state, come on down.
Yeah. That's what's up right there. So I asked, like, as far as with the adjustments, I know like social media and all that stuff, the world probably changed. Is there any other adjustments you would have to make?
I mean, definitely, family life, relationships. Like what people don't understand is, like, I did a long time in prison and I got locked up at 22 or 23 where, I probably had a few girlfriends, but for the most part that, nothing really, really serious. So once you get locked up, it's more or less no real interaction with the opposite sex. I was getting visits and all that, but you're talking about a few hours once or twice a month. So it's a very abnormal relationship with the opposite sex. So I felt like I was probably real immature as far as relationships go. And just trying to find balance between, being a good father, a good husband, and, not trying to play catch up, but, just trying to fit in with everything. And like I said, with the managing the bills and my money and how I was going to fit into the whole family life, that was it was challenging, but I feel like my wife was very understanding, and she kept an open mind, and we was also blessed where shit kind of fell into place kind of on time. So I've been blessed.
Okay, so when you were on the run, did you ever think you get caught? And if you got caught, what was your plan if you ever got caught?
I guess I kind of knew I was going to get caught eventually. Because I remember being in Miami once, and I'm in the ocean. I'm like, wow, this might be the last time you're in the ocean. Like, I mean, I guess because of the America's Most Wanted, I was thinking like ever, like I was never gonna come home again. Like, so I was like, this might really be it. So I definitely thought eventually I'd get caught. I was running so long, I probably did get a little arrogant with it. I don't know if it was arrogance or if it was really me just being tired of running. It was one of the two though. That shit is a lot. It's a lot of pressure on your family, your friends, and I guess my whole mentality was, they're gonna give me life. I'm wanted for a homicide. So I looked at it like, I used to tell my brother, like, I'm not going to jail forever. Like, I'm banging out with these dudes if they come from. He used to be like, if it's one of them or two of them, he'd be like, but if they got you surrounded, don't be a fool. Don't be stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you don't know how it's going to play out. And not for nothing, it played out the way it was supposed to play out. You know what I mean? And I ended up taking 14 years. I didn't tell on nobody, nothing fishy or finagly or shaky. Wasn't no heroin sniffing, wasn't no homosexual activities. I did it real right. No signing in the PC. Stood 10 toes down and did what I had to do. Took responsibility, did my bid. Let's go. We free.
Yeah, that's what's up, though.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Okay, did you ever meet anyone while on a run that made a difference in your life today?
I'm not going to say met, but, people from Prodigy, really Prodigy and Nori.
Man, yeah.
E Moneybags, rest in peace, all played significant roles in my on the run life, especially when I started coming back to New York. So it wasn't like I met them, I knew them, but I guess the bond got closer. Like, I remember a few nights, like I'd be with E Moneybags and he would take me out to the studio on Long Island. And me, him, and Prodigy just be in the studio, just chilling, eating sushi. Like Prodigy was on some real healthy shit at the time. I don't think he was smoking and drinking at the time. And, just building. And it was like, it was just ill because, I knew Prodigy for years, but those little 2 or 3 days in the studio, like our bond, like it changed. Like it went from like, I feel like from an industry friendship to a real friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where like, after that, I could say that's my man. Like, not I know Prodigy, yeah, that's my man, but not that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go with him. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So, like, shit is just ill, man. I miss my bros, bro.
Yeah, rest in peace, Prodigy.
Young Dolph too, man. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Like that shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know Young Dolph, but that shit really is kind of fucking me up, man. Like it's just bugged out. It's like, we be poor forever, and it's like time we get on, we want to wipe each other out.
Man,
like that shit is just ill. And we the only people that do that shit. Like you don't hear about no other groups killing each other like that. Like it's just some ill shit, man. It's some ill shit that's in us. And, I know it's pushed on us from society. I don't know if we're going to blame the government. I know a lot of it can be blamed. A lot of it is self-inflicted. but we need to get the grip, man. We got to figure it out. And it's like, I'm a little older, you know, we all seem a little older. Once you get a little older and reach that level of maturity, it's much easier. It's much easier how to finagle your way through life without even running into the altercations, you know what I mean? But it's like the young boys, they don't know how to do it, and the whole pride and ego thing jams them up, man. Like, motherfuckers don't know how to just cool out or just, you know, like just swallow their pride once in a while. And shit escalates so fast nowadays. And then when you get down south in many of these states, it's the gun laws are so crazy where if you ain't got a felony, you could have a pistol on. You know what I mean? So, I mean, to me in Georgia, it's the craziest, because when I'm in Atlanta, is the only place that I really don't feel safe. Like, because I feel like it's so much money out there, so much party. You got the rappers, the scammers, the hustlers, people doing good legally, but it's just a lot of money, a lot of women, a lot of liquor, a lot of drugs, a lot of clubs. Like, it's just too much going on for everybody to legally be walking around with a pistol, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Then you know our mentality. You know what I mean? You know the young black niggas mentality, you know, and then we had a few drinks in us. We coming out with the chick we met or the chick we came with, you know, and got some chains on and 6,000-7,000 in our pocket, 20,000, and we fucking Superman. You know what I mean?
Social media and all of that, all it do is hype it up and make it worse, it seems.
So, you know, it's like Atlanta's crazy. I'll be like, yo, I seen some shit in Atlanta. I'll be like, yo, I don't know how they let motherfuckers move these crazy ass country motherfuckers.
Wow, man.
Because them niggas is crazy. And I'm sure Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana and Tennessee, I'm sure all them states is just as goofy and just as crazy.
Texas. Look, Texas,
you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. I'm sure all of them get busy just like the next one. And so it's just wild. Sometimes being from New York, you're not used to seeing that. Like, you're not used to just seeing pistols out. You go to a dice game, it's like niggas got pistols on their hip. Like, like, yo,
hey, that's a crazy perspective.
Like, a nigga don't really feel safe. Like, it's like, I'm just not used to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to that shit being covered, and I got to figure he probably got it on him, but not. I know this nigga popping there and shit got the pistol. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real talk,
Hell yeah. No, that's real talk. Hey, so you talked about Prodigy. Do you have any stories like that you like whatever, like between you and him that you want to tell?
I mean, I know real stories just from them days. We was basically in the studio, you know, he was working on whatever he was working on. And it was more or less me, him, and Bags. You know, me and Bags doing a lot of smoking and us just building. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really a lot of talking when I think back. It was just a lot of vibing. Like, it was just like we knew what it was. Like, Prodigy always just had that kind of street grimy aura to him anyway. You know what I'm saying? And if you knew E Money Bags, rest in peace, he was a cuckoo bird. You know what I'm saying? I love him. That was my man, but he was a cuckoo. And so, and you know, and at the time I was on a run, had just been on America's Most Wanted, so I probably was on cuckoo time too. You know what I mean? So it was it was probably a mix, not a good mixture at the time, but I remember Prodigy was at peace, and he was, I guess, going through something health wise, so he was really on his shit. So it was just a good time for me for to be in that place.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Do you have people that you thought were really down for you and they showed their true colors when all your drama and stuff start happening?
Definitely, but I'd like to say that I don't really hold it against people, not because I don't feel like it was necessary in their true colors to shit on me. I feel like the situation was so severe, it was so heavy, so serious. That if you wasn't around that type of situation, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't used to police coming to their job and, you know, pulling them off their floor in front of everybody and questioning them about their little man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody handles shit differently. You know what I'm saying? You know, when certain people handle things properly and thoroughly like a champ, it's easy to look at others that don't and really like, man, the homegirl did it the right way. What happened with you, homie? How you fold up? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the situation was a serious situation that no one around me was privy to. It wasn't like it was a situation we had a fire drill for a few times and people knew what was really going on. You know what I'm saying? So right. I don't hold anyone at fault. Most of my friends that I was salty with at the time, maybe I'm cool with them. Honestly, a lot of people I just felt like I would have liked just to have seen, come visit. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes that I was with daily, every day that I feel like I would have went to see, I would have went out for. I got in a situation, it was my situation, but it was a lot of dudes, like if we hung out every day, it might have been your situation and you would have got the same response out of me. You know what I'm saying? And you might have known that, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but I knew that in my heart. So certain people I just expected, a little more from. But you live and you learn. Part of jail is toughing it out. You learn that, that's what a girlfriend is for. Like prison is really for the girlfriends and the wives or whatever, the girls, because for the most part, niggas is going to give your girl some bread for you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you all right. Hopefully that's all they giving her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Grimy friends.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. That's for the females. Some niggas just ain't doing jail. Like, I know a lot of niggas is like, I love you, whatever you need, I got you. Send your girls, send your moms, I'm not coming up in there. And with certain niggas, when that's how they live, you got to respect it.
Right.
However, certain people, when they not living nothing like that, it's like we friends. Like, what the fuck?
But they're not in the lifestyle.
I said, you live and you learn. It ain't, you grow. I'm a Gemini. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I don't really hold grudges. I'll be mad about something for about 10, 20 minutes. I'll go bonkers on you for 20 minutes. And then I'm like, yo, what we going to eat? I'm hungry. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's over. Right. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. What are your aspirations for 2022? Do you have anything you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. 2022, I want to get a lot of, I've been delving into the marijuana field, the cannabis. So I just would love to get some more of my legal ventures really popping with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we doing a lot of shit, but most of the bread is from the back door shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would like to get some of the forefront, some of the legal shit popping with that. I've done a documentary which AMC picked up. I think we're going to be premiering it either March or April, like sometime late first quarter or early second quarter next year. So hopefully that gets a good response, and we probably relaunch my book with the documentary. So hopefully, that does well and gets some other shit rolling. And other than that, I'm just trying to be a good husband. I'm being a great dad, trying to be a good husband, trying to be a good son. And just, staying out the way, getting to the money. Like I said, I'm truly blessed. Like, to be free, to have come from where I came from and been through what I've been through, and to be where I'm at today, like, I'm blessed. I'm definitely blessed.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So how's the, like, being the activist and stuff with, like, prison reform and all that stuff? Like, how's that?
Oh, man, that's certain shit. Like people be like, you rap? Always. Like, that's like second nature. Like, if a motherfucker call me for a feature, whatever, like, let's do it. As far as the activist stuff, to me, that's second nature. I feel like that's stuff I've been doing all my life. From my father taking me to rallies when I was a kid with C. Vernon Mason and Alton Maddox, and you know what I mean? So that's just always been part of my life. I guess with Tamika Mallory and my son, who are both very good friends of mine, on the forefront, it puts me on the forefront of many events, at least when I choose to attend. And I really like to attend more. It's just a lot of the other things that I'm into, I don't want to, intertwine with them. You know what I mean? Because I know they got a lot of eyes on them. And any negativity, I don't want it to be because of me. You know what I mean? So I'm just careful and pick and choose. But I love all the advocacy. I work in the DC jails. I'm going to Rikers Island. I mean, for me, like, I killed the black man, and I got a problem with that. A judge sentenced me to 14 years for that. I didn't have a choice. They mandated that. But when I go to the jails and when I speak to kids at schools, like, ain't nobody mandating me for that today. You know what I mean? That's something that I'm doing because that's what I want to do. Like, nigga, you did bad. You got to do good. You got to get right with it. You know, you got to balance the scales. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's dope because that's from me, whether I'm getting paid or most of the time it's free, or if I'm getting paid, it ain't really no bread. So it's like that really is me giving back, me saying I fucked up and you got to help somebody not take that same step, help somebody not do bad. So that shit is dope for me. And that's something I'm going to always do. Just as a black man, if I didn't do a bit, I would do that. But when me having taken another black man's life, I feel like I owe that to my people.
I think that's it for my question. You got some more, Rello?
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you, what advice would you give any of these up and coming artists?
Up and coming artists, I mean, I would just say just stay on your craft, master your craft. There's so many artists. It's so, it's like every day is a new video. So it's so hard. It's easy, but hard at the same time. So I would say stay on your craft. So if the real opportunity ever presents itself, and it will, you just got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no second chances. It's like the other day I was in a restaurant in Miami and Kanye West walked in. Like him, Biggs, and my other man, my Spanish man, he produced Drink Champs. 3 deep, no security, 7th and Collins, the little Spanish joint, nothing fancy. Just humbly slid in. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying? If you trying to rap or something, that might be your chance.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Right. So stay on your craft. Stay on your craft. So when your time to shine comes or your opportunity comes, you crush. You crush. You know what I'm saying? You want to make a motherfucker with, you know how certain songs you hear and the first time you hear it, that shit is a hit.
Yeah.
And certain songs you got to hear it a few times, or with them hits, you want to be that nigga. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You want to be that nigga. That first time you heard "We Belong Together" by Mariah Carey, that shit is fire. First time, fire.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Sorry, Miss Jackson, fire. Certain shit, first time, you like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit like that. To me, they're like them 2 songs. The way I recall the first time I heard them songs, I was like, hits. You want to be that nigga.
And were you keeping up with the rap, the industry, like during the time you were locked up? Or you just like, when you got out, you kind of caught up with everything?
I feel like, yes or no, I definitely was trying to keep up. But sometimes, like when I was in Clinton, sometimes I was just so far from the city that all you getting is mixtapes a few weeks late. So you getting shit late in Canada radio stations. So you're not really caught up with all of the new shit. But once I got closer to the city, like to Sing, and once I was in Sing Sing and Fishkill and closer to New York, it was easier to keep up. But I went through like periods. Like I would, be on some radio, hip hop music shit for 6 months and be writing. Mm-hmm. And then I would get into you got years to do, get into your bed and fuck the radio for a few months. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just went through, different periods of time throughout the bid.
Man, I check you out on Instagram and everything, man. I see you wearing the J's, man. You really into the shoes like that?
Well, I feel like I feel like Michael Jordan and Kanye West need to either hire me as a model or send me some send me something, man.
Hey, I see you representing.
Yeah, and I'm paying for them shit. So
hell yeah.
Right.
Yeezy and Michael Jordan definitely owe me some bread. But from growing up in the Bronx, I've always been a sneakerhead. I think most of us like Fat Joe.
Yeah,
a lot
Fat
of
Joe
us
too.
Sneakerheads. It's just some of us, the money let us take it to another level.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then the success, like Joe and Jada, they Michael Jordan sent them their sneakers. So it's like,
damn.
It's easier to ball out.
Hell yeah.
But I think that shit is dope. Like to get sneakers for free that we love to wear, like to get Jordan. We grew up rocking Jordans, wanting the new Jordans. To be getting sent the new Jordans, like that gotta be an amazing feeling. That's dope.
Oh yeah. I would love that.
Yeah. Free J's, man.
Yeah. Be like, don't worry, I'll put them on. I'm gonna sport them too.
Hell yeah. I'll be looking at Khaled's page. I'll be like, Khaled's the man. He gets the exclusives.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They had a big stuff on the stage and stuff. I'd be like, golly. Yeah.
Everybody go check out Another Kind of Freedom, my autobiography written, published by me, Chi Ali Griffith. Check it out on Another Kind of Freedom at chialibx.com or amazon.com. Also, like I said, look out for my documentary early next year. AMC will be putting it out. And this Tuesday, if you're in the tri-state area, in the Bronx, New York, at the Hip Hop Museum, we're doing a tribute for baby Chris Lighty, rest in peace. I'll be in attendance. I know the Black Sheep will be there. I know Fat Joe, Mona Scott. I'm sure I'll host a bunch of other great Violator people and native tongue people and just hip hop people will be there. So like I said, if you're free, come on out. And tune in. Chi Ali BX is my Instagram. Tune in with me. Vibe out with me. We just trying to do better in this nasty world.
Hell yeah, Chi, man. We appreciate you coming on, man. Much love to you, man, and much respect.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I appreciate y'all guys having me, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
There's been another
to be called like that shit is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, thank you. There's been another episode of The Architects, man. This is Jay, man.
This Rello.
Chi Ali, y'all, The Architects. You already know what it is.